I've been building a water brand. I have bootstrapped it because I talk about bootstrapping all the time. I've poured in tens of thousands of my own dollars to make this happen. You go through ideation, thinking through what kind of flavors you want, and just going through the research of like, who do you even need to have in place to build a water brand? Then the next step was formulation. So I worked with a very, very well-known formulation company that has helped companies like Lemon Perfect, that's invested in by Beyonce, and more, build the formulations for my different flavors. So we're going to start with still water. That's a really good place to start. If you think about Liquid Death and a lot of others that have still water, the water itself can taste good or it can taste not so good. Ours tastes amazing, but it really is about the packaging and the story. And that's what I loved about Liquid Death, actually. I used to make fun of it. I really did. I used to make fun of Liquid Death. I didn't quite get it, but now I understand it. As someone who's sober, and I've been sober for 6.5 years now, I needed something that I could drink that would take the place of alcohol and diet sodas. And sparkling water was the play. So we have still unflavored water, which is delicious and has extra minerals that help with hydration and that crisp, cool taste that helps you drink more water. Then we have the sparkling waters that help me with my sobriety and with weaning off my addiction to diet sodas. I haven't had a diet soda in more than a year. And if you know me, my first book, It's About Damn Time, there's an entire chapter about diet sodas. So you know I used to love it. This has helped me wean myself off. Anytime I go to a restaurant, anytime I purchase from the store, I was always drinking sparkling water. If you'll notice that the cans are not just your average can, right? They are beautiful and they're different designs. We spend a lot of time with an incredible designer. And I want to talk about that a little bit. I originally was going to go with a can designer and box designer who has a lot of experience with cans and foods, waters, alcohol, beverages, etc. But then I decided I want to do something that's outside of the box. So I found a designer who is used to working with perfumes, lotions, and things of that nature, because I wanted it to be this work of art, this beautiful work of art that people would be proud and happy to post on social and take pictures with. This is part of the strategy for marketing. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to get this into the hands of a lot of people who have large audiences, whether they're for entrepreneurship or for entertainment or for sports. We have a really great kind of unfair advantage in that network. And so that's going to be something that you see show up in places, really fun places. Also, we're going to use the power of our audience, you, the people who you bring on. We're not just going to make this for celebrities. That wouldn't be much fun. The fun thing about this will be experimenting with marketing. So for those of you who want to invest, I have opened up a crowd equity funding campaign. You may know that in 2021, I was the first Black person to raise $5 million in a Reg CF once the amount was raised to $5 million. I learned through that and having 6,000 plus investors that there's nothing better than having a large audience of people who are invested in you and your product and your service and really want you to win. I hope to raise about $1 million. That's really what we will need to be a true player in the market. We have a lot going for us. I've spent about $60,000 of my own capital to bootstrap this, and I know that together we can make things happen. So go to wefunder.com. That's where you can invest as little as $100 and as much as you like. Now, you don't have to be accredited. You don't have to be a professional investor. This is a crowd equity funding campaign that gives you future ownership. One thing I want to note is that investing in startups of any kind is extremely risky. So please only invest the amount that you are willing to lose outright or have illiquid for several years. This is probably going to take 3 or 4 years for us to see a profit, and even longer for us to sell or have some other type of exit. But it's all about the journey, and we are going to do some very, very cool things with the money that we raise. We're going to have a lot of experiential things happen. We're going to market in a cool way. And then there's really the expense of printing the cans, having the cans filled, shipping them, storing them, doing all the things that a CPG founder and company have to do. So many of you have these companies. I've been able to meet you. I appreciate you and I respect you. This is not for the faint of heart, but it's been incredibly rewarding. Do you want to join and be a part of this? If I win, you win.